Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for watching today. Today is Monday, March 22nd. And today, Monday, I'm going to jump right into some real estate training and some things to think about. And these are sources of business and sources of listings that a lot of agents are missing on right now because they think the market's a seller's market and buyer and listings are selling fast. So they're missing out on expired listings. Expired listings will always be there in real estate, and no matter where the market is, they will be there for you to get business now. If you want business now, you could go for expired listings. But I want to give you a little bit of mindset of things to think about for yourself and to think about the mindset of the expired listings. Now, a lot of agents have a lot of fear with expired listings because they're just worried that they're going to be upset that they call. They think they're going to be worried that that they don't want to list their house anymore. They're going to be worried that the other agent did a horrible job, and they're going to hate all agents. And they're worried that a lot of agents are calling on them and how they're going to differentiate themselves. But here's a few things to think about. Number one, an expired listing, if it's going expired, my personal opinion, if it's expired, that means the other agent isn't relisting it, because that listing agent should know that if it goes expired or when it goes expired, if they still want that listing, that gives the clients an ability to get out. Obviously, they're expired. A lot of other agents are going to be calling on that. Not a lot, so not as many as you think, but are going to be calling on that. And they might not get the listing back. So anybody out there, if you have a listing that's going to expire, don't let it expire. If you want it back, get it extended, because as soon as I've seen many agents, even they think their listing is a slam dunk. They love them as a client. There might even be relatives or friends of theirs. But as the second it goes expired, the agents that are out there that are looking for business, that are anxious for business, that want that listing, are going to be calling on them. I've seen them switch agents, and they didn't think they were going to. They told you, oh, we're going to relist with you on Monday, and it expires on Friday, and it gives you the whole weekend for them to get calls and mailers and door knocking and of agents, and they've lost listings. So I'm kind of going the other side. Don't let your listings expire if you want them back. But here's some things to think about. So why you should still go after expired. These are people that want to sell their house. Now, when I coach agents on expired listings, a lot of times we sit there and we're discussing of things to do. Now, you can spend hours and hours and hours researching your expired listing. When you see it pop up on the MLS, you can see where it is, see the average price in the area, see pictures of the house, kind of paint a picture of, is this something that is going to sell or should sell? Has it been on the market 2 years? Has it been on the market just for, there's a short listing for 60 days? What was it? You could spend some time on there. There are certain sources. One, I'm going to give you this. I don't work for them, but I do promote them, called theredx.com. Theredx.com. And that service has been around a long time, even before technology. They had the service of when those expireds come out every day, they do a little research, how long they've been on the market. They pull their numbers. They see if they're on the do not call list. So they do a lot of the running around for you. So if you actively want expireds and FSBOs, they do have FSBOs too. The Red X is a great source for any agent to get. But you want to do a little bit of research. That's the point I'm getting to. Even if you want to take this listing, if it's something that's possible there, because you just want to make sure, is it something that has been around for years and it's never going to sell? If you put your sign up on that property or home or wherever it is, it's going to make you look professional. Because my personal opinion, when I see a real estate sign on a piece of property or a building or especially a regular everyday home, and that sign's in there for years and it never sells, it just
makes that, in my opinion, that agent look bad in that community. Like, hey, remember that sign at Joe Smith with so-and-so company, and that sign's it's rusted out and sitting there because that sign, they've been trying to sell that house for almost a year and a half. It almost it damages your it might damage your reputation in that market for sitting on that for that long. But so you want to do some research if this is something, a listing you want to take, and you think that without even talking to the sellers, if they might be able to be willing to sell. But here are some things to think about. I wrote a few of these down of things that you got to do when you finally get those people on the phone. When you get them on the phone and you call them, they're going to be frustrated. Number one, you got to be ready. Got to be ready for a frustrated person. Their house did not sell. They're going to get some calls for some other agents. But you have to have that mindset that you are going to get this listing, that you're there to help them, that when you get through that frustration and have a good conversation about them, with them, not your whole listing presentation over the phone, but of why you're calling them to help them and the research you did, and saying, I'm just giving you a few little things. I don't want to take a half hour of your time, but a few little things, like when you get through to that frustration, you go, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I'm just calling you because I'm an expert in this market. I've been in this market for X amount of years. I've sold hundreds or dozens and dozens of homes and helped so many people in this community. I want to help you. I want to help you. That's why I'm calling. I want to help you sell your house because I care about this community. I've sold many homes. I've helped many people, and I want to help you. So if you come up with some scripts or dialogues of why you want to help them get to the next step, and if they want help with that, and to give you the opportunity to meet with them, Zoom or in person, and show you the things you do and why you care, and why you want to help them get to their goals. So on Century 21 Agents, on 21 Online, in our Learning Center, there's scripts on expireds that you could use, but also you got to make it your own. It's got to be it's got to be believable. It's got to be from the heart. It's got to be sincere. It can't be just reading off a script, or you're not going to show what makes you different. So here are a couple of things. Is number one, when the things that you got to think about, you got to make sure you have things to say that what makes you different than at least their last agent. And you can do a little research on the last agent. The last agent, you could see how long they've been in business. You could do that by their license number. See their license number, you see how long they've been in business. See what office they came from and company they came from, so you could compare and show them what makes you different and better. You could pull up their sales to see how many sales they've had. You could pull up how many sales they've had in that area. So you could do a little research on where they're coming from on that and why they pick that agent, because some properties expire not just because of the seller, because of the agent. The agent didn't do well marketing. They weren't telling the sellers the truth of where they should be price wise. There's many reasons outside just overpriced. So you have to do a little research there. So number one, you got to make sure you connect with them and talk to them how about you're different. Two, you got to listen to them and say, I'm here for you. I'll listen to you. I'm listening to all of the things, because they might want to vent about their last agent, to this experience of why they didn't sell. And you explain. You don't talk over them. Listen to them. Number three, you got to explain to them. You're going to tell them the truth. So tell them the information that you know now, not in specifics. Like where some agents go, well, so where do you think you should price my house? Well, we'll have that discussion when you sit down, and we'll talk about your marketing, because I have to come see your house and see more about it. I have an idea, but I want to do a little bit more about finding out your goals and what you want to accomplish and about your home, and see the things that are in your home. So there's different ways that you don't have to give away all of your answers over the phone. So explain to them you're going to be telling them the truth. And then four, just make sure you get them to understand that you're a leader in this market, a leader in what you do in helping your buyers and sellers, and why they should ask you to help them and lead them through this process. So again, those kind of 4 things are you got to show them how you're different. You got to listen to them and let them vent, because they like listeners. They want someone to listen to them. Tell them the truth. Now, you don't have to give them all the truth of like your house is $50,000 overpriced. You don't have to tell them on the first phone call, but you could explain to them and show them the market. Show them the research that you've done. Show them that what's been happening. And then 4th, show them that you're the leader to help them with their sale, help them through the process, and lead them through that. They want to follow someone and follow you, and why they should follow you. So that's it. I just want to give you some ideas on expireds, because they're still out there. There always will be out there. Don't forget about them, and you can get them now. If there's 50 expireds, and you make enough phone calls, contact enough people, and you explain yourself, connect with them, do these things that I told you to do, you're going to get some listing appointments, and you're going to get some of these listed, and every house sells eventually. I've never seen a house that never sold, unless the seller never wanted to sell in the beginning. But if any seller really wants the goal to sell, they will sell eventually, and you want to be that agent that has a listing when it does. And expireds are a good source of business, even in this market. So that's it for today. Have a wonderful day. Use me as a resource. Call me, text me, email me anytime. I'll set up some time aside for you. And that's it. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow at noon on Tuesday. Bye-bye.